Jocko, no bad teams, only bad leaders, and always the same relationship with each boss. Yet, you also staged a mutiny. How do you reconcile that?
Okay, so what he's talking about, obviously no bad teams, no bad leaders, is from Extreme Ownership. And it's actually from before that. Napoleon said the same thing. Hackworth said the same thing. Yeah. We changed the words a little bit, but so that's, and then the other thing he's talking about is that I always say I have the same relationship with every boss I've ever had, whether they were stupid or smart, or whether they were aggressive or passive, whether they were big ego or humble. I always had the same relationship with all of them. That is, they trusted me and they gave me what I needed to do my job. So how do I reconcile? Then he's talking about staged a mutiny, because we had a kind of a mutiny in one of my platoons back in the day when I was a young enlisted guy. Sure. And so how can you do that, right? If I had all these great relationships with all my bosses, but I staged a mutiny. Interestingly, I actually had a decent relationship with the guy that I staged a mutiny with, now that I think about it. So to go back to the earlier question, well, I'm talking about being a renegade and, being a rebel. And like I said, you have to rebel when it is necessary. So, and also for the mutiny that is in question, I need to make it clear here, I didn't stage the mutiny. It wasn't me. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a group effort that was somewhat led by the leadership of the enlisted leadership of our platoon. And it was a movement that I certainly supported and was on board with. And we were kind of the E5 mafia in that platoon. Sure. Yeah. So we were kind of had the voice of the people, right? Sure. Me and a certain group of guys, actually from my buds class, who were all kind of just fired up about things. And, it wasn't like, the thing is, it wasn't like the platoon commander had a couple of weaknesses, right? And maybe he wasn't the best at tactics, or maybe it wasn't that, he wasn't the best shot or anything, like wasn't the best athlete. No, he was a good athlete. He tactically, he was like marginal. But what he didn't have, I talk about this all the time, what he didn't have is he didn't have any humility at all. And so he wasn't listening to anyone that was giving him any input, including he had very experienced senior enlisted advisors. So the platoon chief and the platoon LPO were awesome guys, very respected SEALs. One of them had been in the first Gulf War on the ground, getting after it as much as he could. So these guys were experienced, and the senior chief was a really, really smart guy. And this guy wasn't listening to him. And so you had somebody that in the situation was, it would have been bad for the platoon to have this type of leader in there. And now think about this. If it's bad for the platoon, then it's bad for your mission. If you don't have a good platoon, you can't execute your mission well. And that's the bottom line to this question. That is how I reconcile this. How does this situation affect the mission, affect our ability to accomplish the mission? How does it do it? If we have a bad leader and it makes us a bad platoon, then we're not going to be able to accomplish our mission. And therefore, I need to help get rid of this person, because my number one thing that I'm trying to do is be good at my mission. And obviously, a more unified team is going to accomplish the mission more effectively and more efficiently, period. So that is why it is so important for people to understand the mission and the goal and the commander's intent, because all of your decisions are based on and guided by that understanding of what the mission is. And so you need to put the mission first all the time to make the right decision. Now, as soon as I say that, what pops in your head? Oh, Jocko, you care about the mission more than you care about your men. Not true. Because think about this. If you are executing your mission effectively, you are taking care of your men. That's in the business world and it's in the battlefield. Because in the business world, if I'm executing my mission effectively, guess what we're doing? We're making more money. We're being more profitable. We're gaining more clients. We're growing. And therefore, I'm taking care of my employees because I'm keeping them employed and making them more bonuses and making them more money and offering them more leadership opportunities. In combat, same thing. If we are good and I execute my mission effectively, guess what? We've mitigated risk in the best possible way. The more we mitigate risk, the more people are alive, the less casualties we take. So if I'm doing everything geared towards the mission, then I am taking care of my men. Because by the way, if I'm running a mission with heavy casualties, what about my next mission? Right? So if you're my boss and you tell me to charge this machine gun nest with my guys, and I say, boss, we shouldn't do that right now. You carry out the mission. Okay, well, who's going to do the next mission? Right? There's not unlimited guys here. So you can't do it. You can't run a mission after you've taken heavy casualties. Just like you can't, if you, as a business person, if you expend all of your capital on one project, well, guess what? You can't do the next project. So good job. You accomplished the one mission, but you can't accomplish any more. On the battlefield, if you incur a bunch of casualties for one mission, you can't accomplish any more. So in both those cases, the more effectively you handle the mission, not just the one mission, but your broad mission, your strategic mission, the better you do that, the better you are taking care of your men. And the better you're taking care of your people in the business world. So, and on top of that, 99% of the time, your mission is aligned with the best thing for your people. That's what I'm saying. 99% of the time. If we make more money as a company, it helps all my people. If we accomplish missions in the most effective and efficient and take the least casualties, that's the best thing for my people. So, back to the question, how do I reconcile these things? I look at how I can best accomplish the mission. And if it best accomplish the mission to rebel against what's happening, there's some cases where you might be my boss and I might not like you, but you've got a great relationship with the Army commander and we're working in their battle space. Would it make sense for me to throw a mutiny and get you fired? No, it'd make no sense whatsoever. It's going to be better for our mission if I say Echo sucks, but I'm going to listen to him and we're going to massage this thing and we're going to make things work because he has such a good relationship with this Army commander that he's making things happen. So I might not do it. I might not stage a mutiny, not based on the fact that your level of sucking, but based on the fact that what's more important to me is that we accomplish our mission. And if you have a good relationship with the Army commander, I'm going to keep you around. If you were in a business situation and you were not doing a good job and you're one of my subordinates, you're not doing a good job, but you have this great relationships with all these clients and we're accomplishing our mission well because you've built these great relationships. Am I just going to fire you because I think you're doing it because I think you're a crappy leader of your men? No, actually I'm not. What is best for the mission? Now I might have secondary and tertiary plans to move you into a position where you don't have to handle the operational things that you suck at, and I might put you in a position where you're just going to become, a biz dev guy where you're out there meeting and greeting people because that's what you're good at. I might make that happen, but I'm not just going to go, Echo's a bad leader, fire him, throw away the skill that you do have, and now we're not accomplishing our mission because I ruined all the relationships. Because now you go to all these other partners that we have, and you're going to, Jocko fired me. He's pathetic. He doesn't realize what we're doing here. I'm going over to this company. Come with me. Bring your business over here with me. So you reconcile it by looking at the mission, and the mission is almost always aligned with taking care of your people, and taking care of your people in the sense of imposing discipline or not imposing discipline. It is being disciplined and making them work and training them hard, pushing them. That is generally what taking care of your people is. Taking care of your people isn't, hey, you know what, Echo? Don't worry about that video that you owe to the client. I know it's your daughter's birthday. You go ahead and go home for the day. Am I taking care of you? If I do that?
No, sir.
Am I taking care of you? No, I'm not. I'm actually hurting you because now we got a bad reputation. We delivered the video late. The company passes word to the next company. It says, hey, those guys their video is okay, but it doesn't matter because it was late. Now that's the reputation we have. Now, fast forward 6 months, we're downsizing. I don't need you anymore. I'm going to make I don't need 4 video makers. I only need 1, and you're not the one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not taking care of my people. If I focus on the mission, which is, hey, Echo, I apologize. I know it's your daughter's birthday, but guess what? We owe this video. We got to get it done. And you got to get in here and make it happen. Am I taking care of you then? Yes, I am. I know it doesn't feel that way, but yes, I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I dig it. Making sure they're equipped, capable, and treated fairly.
Yeah. Yeah. I said impose discipline on them.
Yeah.
And like that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But what you have to do is you have to impose discipline.
Yeah,
on them.
make sure
There's
the discipline is in place.
There's the dichotomy.
We'll yeah.
Because you don't want to say, Echo, you will come in and make this video.
Right.
I'm imposing this on you. I'll be like, Echo, we owe this video. We said we're going to turn it in. Let me tell you the ramifications if we don't do this.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to hurt. It's going to hurt this, and this. It's going to eventually could end up with you not having a job and me not having a business.
Yeah.
Do you like the sounds of that? No, you don't.